I really hate my brother's fiance. She hasn't worked in a year because she's writing a children's book. And I was like, that can't take more than an hour. And I know she doesn't like me either because she's always like, God, you're so thin. And I'm like, so are children's books. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna like ruin their wedding. And I've decided I'm going to lose like a concerning amount of weight. You know, like a conversation's worth. And I'm gonna show up there like, I'm on a hunger strike until the children of America get a new book. I just hate her, you know. Anyone else hate their in-laws? You guys with them or what? I have a brother-in-law too. He's one of those people who like learn something new every day because he's dumb. And he's got 2 kids with my sister named George and Walter. And I agreed to watch them one time because I thought they'd be elderly men. And I don't know if my sister deserves love. And I do mean that in like a mean way. Because growing up, she used to kick me in the vagina all the time. Like every day, she kicked me in the vagina. And she had like size 9 feet. So that really set vaginal standards way too high for me. You know, guys will be like, do you like my cock? And I'm like, well, it's no foot. You know? It's not my sister's foot. Any feet people in here? Liars. I am the only single sibling. I'm trying to put myself out there. I recently asked out my personal trainer, and he said, sorry, I'm not attracted to you. And I was like, oh, well, whose fault is that? You're like, you should fuck me or give me my money back. I think I need to have bigger tits. I want to have big enough tits to be able to say things like, really, he's always been nice to me. I think this is the problem with being single, right? Clap if you're single. I was so sad. Come on, make some fucking noise if you're alone. This is what's tough about being alone is everyone tells you there's plenty of fish in the sea. There is plenty of fish in the sea. I'm like, you know what else is in the sea? Trash. There's a lot of shit in the ocean. There's like a whole island of it is called Manhattan. And are you guys a couple? Yeah. It's okay. Don't be scared. Did you pay on the first date, sir? Yes. Did he? Can you confirm? Yes. We have verbal confirmation that he paid. Is that what we think it should be? The man pays on the first date? Is that what we think? Okay. All of the women said yes. I think this is what I think it should be. I think it should be the person who's trying to fuck the other person. Okay. Usually the man. Calm down, okay? Usually the man. And then if 2 women go out, the waiter pays. And then if 2 guys go out, my dad loses his mind. The rules of dating. I can't say that I have like one that got away, but I do have a few that got out. Like one time I decided to tell this one guy that I loved him because I needed help moving, you know? And he said, I cannot say something I do not mean. And I was like, yeah, you can. And then I asked my therapist, and I was like, what do you do when this happens in a relationship? What do you do? And she was like, the best thing that you can do is pretend that it didn't happen. And I was like, wow, even my therapist is like, bury it. Like I committed a crime. I'm like, should I journal about it? She's like, you don't want a paper trail? You dumb bitch. I've been trying to, reflect on my past and learn from it. And I've realized a lot of my past relationships have also been long distance. And I was like, oh, what a coincidence. And then my therapist was like, it's pronounced pattern. And I was like, oh, okay, Cheryl. Don't you think it's an interesting pattern that all of your patients are mentally ill? Bitch, got her. I think I have a fake therapist. I'm in online therapy. Is anyone else in online therapy? Yeah. I do think those are the duds. I think it might just be like a woman with internet access. Because mine wanted me to spend a week identifying my anxiety triggers, and then she canceled on me 4 weeks in a row. And I was like, cool, I'm glad one of them isn't abandonment. And then she canceled on me this last time because I guess her daughter like had a seizure, and I was like, oh, okay, those take like 30 seconds. Feel like you have time for me. But I have to go to her because I can't really talk to my mom about stuff. Like, I called my mom crying recently, and I was like, Mom, I think I gotta take like a mental health day. And she was like, no, don't give up. Because I think she thinks a mental health day is when you take time off to kill yourself. And I was like, if anything, I'm gonna do that in office. Yeah. I'm not using my PTO for that. I grew up in Kansas, and when you grow up in Kansas, people don't think you're mentally ill. They think you're an artist. That's what they think. Like, I'd be in the car with my mom. I'd be like, Mom, what if you slam on your brakes and this straw shoots through my eye like a cookie cutter? And she's just like, God, I love your mind. You crazy girl. So full of dreams. Is anyone else just an idiot here? Make some noise if you're dumb. Where are my dummies at? My dummies at? I'm dumb, and it's not that bad. I'm learning new stuff all the time, okay? I just learned this up until a year ago. I've been sitting in the passenger seat with the Uber driver. And I've now learned that that's insane, okay? I just didn't want them to think I was using them for the ride, you know? And I had to stop because I got into one, and the guy panicked, and he was just like, okay. I feel that I should disclose under my seat is a firearm. And I was just kind of like, cool. I feel, that I should disclose you're taking me to an urgent care because I have a yeast infection. Kind of looks like we're both sitting on Little Secret. Then we had a really nice chat about how guns and yeast infections aren't so different. Teachers shouldn't have either in the classroom. Okay. You really left me hanging there. You said I'll pay for her first date and then I'll never support a woman again. All right, I gotta wrap this up soon. You guys have been dumb. I did do something pretty cool recently. I hooked up with a musician. What? Yeah, he played the trumpet. I could tell because he kind of ate me out like. It was the hardest I ever came. Just kidding, I've never come before. I'm saving that for marriage. You guys never forget me. Goodbye. Thank you.